Live in Richmond, live in Bedford, live in Danville, Kyle Wilcox. Identifies a suspect by authorities, came running at us actually naked, ran at us, ran and attacked a man before authorities maced him and chased him down the road. This road right here, this is Keeling Drive. As you can see right over there, the suspect broke into the restaurant and was seen by several cameras throughout. The suspect was seen by this camera pointed at the cash register. Lastly, he was also seen by this camera in the kitchen. For 14-year-old Ty Evans, bull riding is everything. It all started on this bull barrel in his backyard. Each year, he straps on this backpack and walks to raise awareness. You can unplug cords that don't need to be plugged in. You can turn off any unnecessary lights. And you could run your dishwasher outside of the peak hours. Dead grass and dry dirt. These are two indicators of a summer farmers say has been rough. A lot of damage was sustained from the storm. Now behind me, Public Works and also police are preventing me from going any further. How much can you potentially save? I'll show you. I'm gonna grab several items, including an emergency light bulb. Farmers must do several things to stay safe and to keep drivers in their rear view safe as well. I just made a snowball to have some fun here, and this thing is packed really hard. Overcrowding has recently become a serious issue at the Martinsville City Jail.
Right now we've got 102 inmates up here on Church Street alone, and we only have a total of 66 beds.
That means nearly half of the inmates are sleeping on the floor. Those that can't fit are being sent elsewhere, and that is costing the city $35 a day per inmate.
Not only is it $35 a day, but we're losing that $6 and $8 a day for the state reimbursement that the per diem they pay on those inmates. They don't pay us, they pay whoever's holding them.
Sheriff Draper says they send out about 10 to 15 inmates each day, which could drain the budget.
$12,000 a month it could run the city.
Draper says an uptick in violent crimes in the area has led to more violent offenders in custody. He says violent offenders cannot go to their city annex location because it's a minimum security facility.
It's got 42 beds, but we only have 33 inmates in there right now because that has to be nonviolent. That has to be the people that we can carry outside the gate.
One deputy says there's usually about 10 mattresses stacked in this bin for inmates. Due to overcrowding, there aren't any to spare at the moment. Mayor Gene Teague says reverting to a town may help with the problem.
But in a reverted state, the county picks up that responsibility, and we know the county is building a new jail to deal with their population, and that new jail should have capacity for our prisoners.
Mayor Teague says money being spent on shipping out inmates shouldn't be an issue this year, but it could in the future.
We can handle an $80,000 shift in the budget, but if that continues and it grows, then it could have significant impact on our resources.
Distracted driving.
Okay, now pick up that phone, start texting.
Driving under the influence of alcohol or marijuana. Students at Danville Community College were able to virtually simulate these dangerous activities.
It felt like I was literally going down the street just high out of my mind.
Chris Glass hopped behind the wheel to try the marijuana driving simulation.
I really don't understand why other people do it, because everything was delayed. I couldn't get the speed right, and then every time I tried to turn, I almost ran into the tree.
It felt like when I drive, like if I was driving without my glasses, it was like vision was just a little bit impaired and a little fuzzy.
I'm told this marijuana driving simulator is the first of its kind, so I decided to give it a try. Yes, I do. The students were right. That was extremely difficult to do. Instructors with Arrive Alive say it was added because more states are legalizing marijuana.
This is a really good way of reminding people that this activity, even though whether it's legal or not in your state, it's still dangerous to do behind the wheel.
There is a bit of a difference between the drunk driving and marijuana simulations. The marijuana one has brighter colors and very slow reaction times.
Getting a tunnel vision is a thing here too.
Police in Danville are pulling you over for it too. In 2018, the city reports 148 DUIs. 4 of those involved marijuana. So far this year, 101 DUIs, also with 4 involving marijuana.
And hopefully, if we save at least one life on that road, I'm gonna call it a good day, you know?
Please don't do it. Just don't do it. It's not worth it.
The 100-meter dash, discus, and the triple jump. Those are just a few of the games the Ingles took on.
We're pushing each other to do the best that we can at that moment and just have fun.
Penny Ingles, along with her mother Laura and her niece Kayla, drove from Arlington to compete side by side by side.
We're here today as celebrating 3 generations of track and field.
The old saying is life is a marathon, not a sprint. And in her race, 73-year-old Laura Ingles has battled. She's fought cancer twice, and she says she's not letting anything hold her back.
I'm competing with my daughter, and we go to different meets all over the place. And it's something to treasure.
Laura inspired many folks around her.
There you go. Good job. Good job.
And she enjoyed every second of it.
There's camaraderie, and I have a cheering squad.
14-year-old Kayla Ingles says these are more than games to her.
It's very special, very memorable moment. I get to be with my family.
All 3 earned gold medals, and Kayla says she couldn't be prouder.
And I got to do it with my aunt and my grandmother. I'm gonna just, I guess, smile every time I look at them.
The Ingles family says they enjoyed their first time at the state games so much that they're already planning to attend the next event in Iowa. Until then, they say they will stay active.